Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Call a special meeting to order. We'll stand with the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A moment of silence. Anybody in the audience want to speak regarding the agenda? I'm lying. Nope. I'm really. Yep, sure. Okay. Superintendent updates and information.
I just wanted to give you all some updates on athletics. Sure. We all know that the MPA is still waiting to rule on what's going to happen with athletics. In the meantime, I think it would be really good for us to be proactive rather than reactive and have a plan B. Obviously, if the MPA advocates for fall sports to go as planned and they have guidance to do that, and we can make a decision as a board whether or not we feel that's safe and that's the way to follow. But in the event that the MPA says we're not going to give our stamp of approval on fall sports, I pitched an idea to my superintendent colleagues in Aroostook County for an Aroostook County league that is going to sponsor social distancing athletics and or games, if you will, so that we can have our kids doing something. And this would be specific to middle and high school levels. I think golf in its nature is socially distanced, and I think we can do that safely with our athletes, with an Aroostook league, however our athletic directors decide to do that between the months of September and November. Tennis, we all know tennis is a spring sport, but why don't we get the kids on the courts this fall and let them compete, again, socially distanced and all the safety measures in place. Cross-country running, we could set that up with to have those meets timed rather than have collective groups of kids running off on the same time. We can stagger the starts timed runs, similar to what they do in some skiing competitions where the kids are all having their timed start runs. And if they cross paths in the trail, we can give some guidance on making sure that they pass runners far to the left or right, or however they decide to do it. Even thinking as far as team cornhole competitions. I'm trying to envision a soccer field with cornhole pits, lined up, and kids are playing against other schools in competitive tournaments for cornhole or any other game that we can think of that we can promote social distancing. And even looking at esports as something that it is growing across the nation, and in colleges especially are really jumping on the esports bandwagon. This is a esports platform that is for high school or college students. We can investigate this, whether or not we want to sign up teams for esports or if we want to start our own. Just some ideas that I had, and even looking ahead to winter, I have a feeling that if soccer is not going to be allowed as an outdoor sport, I don't know that basketball is going to be allowed as an indoor sport. Wrestling, I don't believe that will be allowed. But our Nordic and alpine ski and even thinking about things like badminton or more esports, I just think the sooner we start putting together a plan to offer our kids something, the better it will be. So we're supposed to hear from the MPA this week with an ultimate decision. I just want you guys mulling over whether or not you would sponsor something like this. If Aroostook County does not want to move forward in this direction, then let's start with the Valley and say, between our Valley schools, we'll offer some competition. I know the kids just want to compete, and if we can offer something, I think it would be definitely a benefit for them. So just food for thought, so that the next time I come to you with athletic stuff, you'll at least have seen a proposal. Tomorrow, we meet with the superintendents in Aroostook County, and we'll see what their thoughts are. I've got some feedback from a couple of them, Tim Doak in Caribou, and Larry Worcester in Washburn, and Ellen in Holton, that all think that we could definitely work with something like this. So we'll see how it goes from there. Any questions?
Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to look for a motion to enter into executive session pursuant to 1 MRSA 4056A to discuss the duties of employees. Can I have a motion, please? Do we? Mindy? Thank you. Time is 5:35. We going up there?
We are, and I'm going to stop the live stream.